Testing, 1, 2. My name is Troy White, Hoodoo Financial. Please like this video, share this video, and subscribe to this channel. Today, I am mentioning another quote. That quote is, "You are all striving for money. What do you want it for?" Love that one. The reason I like that one is because it's directly related to financial planning. Because financial planning is not about just gathering up resources and piling up money. It's planning to achieve a certain goal. So with this quote, "You are all striving for money. What do you want it for?" gets right to the heart of financial planning, because if you're devising a plan, then you have a goal in mind. And so the goal is actually the important thing, not every step along the way of the goal. So, meaning money is not the goal. The goal is what you plan to do with the money. So, I've also done this, but you may have some goal and you equate a dollar figure to that goal, and you pursue that dollar figure. You don't pursue the goal. And when you look back, you realize, oh, all I had to do was this, or that, and I could have gotten to this goal. It didn't really require the money in the way that you thought it did. In fact, your pursuit of money is actually in many cases a barrier to you achieving that goal, even though it requires money and resources to achieve the goal. But you should always keep in front of your mind, what do you want it for? Meaning, what is the goal? There's more than one way to skin a cat, right? You can do it a lot of ways. So don't just think, I need to accumulate this vast amount of resources. And that dovetails with something a conversation that I had today, or was it a video I saw? Somehow this came to my consciousness, and I was in full agreement. It's something that I discuss often, and that is that we save and invest in our retirement accounts, our 401ks, and with the hopes that the reality is that people don't understand what that's going to do for them, because we're going upon we're striving for money. We are not identifying what do you want it for. So people save and invest in their 401k, but they have no idea if that's going to be enough to sustain their retirement. People save money in a savings account, but really have no idea why. And because if you really knew why, then you would understand that savings account is not going to get you to that goal. But it's often because of, I commend you for taking action, although that's not the best action to achieve your goal. So, something's better than nothing, right? So if you plan to retire or want to retire, one of the things you need to do is a comprehensive financial plan to identify where you currently are, and your goals are going to determine what you're trying to get to. So your goals in retirement, what's that look like? What do you plan to do in retirement? How much is it going to require for you to live on in retirement? Because your 401k is what's intended to replace your income source in retirement, which means you had to you had to start saving and investing a long time ago in your 20s, so that your investment account will have amassed enough that you can live off of, meaning deplete those resources in a manageable way before you die. And so what if you have 100,000 in your 401k or less? Then that means you're not going to be able to live off of that until retirement. So we need to face these realities, because you live in America, so I know this is your reality. There are a certain percentage of people who have amassed a significant amount in their 401ks, their retirement accounts, and even more so, there are still some people who have pensions that will continuously pay them even after they are no longer working. But the vast majority of Americans do not have that scenario in their favor. So what you need to understand is you are going to need an income replacement source, and your 401k is not going to be, in most cases, for most people, it's not going to be enough to replace your income so that you can continue to live the way you are now. But I'm not even considering that. I'm saying just to sustain you as an individual, food and shelter and clothing, and even if, like I say, if you had $100,000 is not much. If you made $50,000 a year, that means you can live 2 years after retirement. So there are ways for you to bridge that gap, and those ways, with minimal exceptions. I don't know what the exception is, but there's probably some other way than what I'm about to tell you. Though there are two ways: entrepreneurism and real estate investing. And so what I am proposing to you is that you're going to need to use those three methods of investing. That's stock market portfolio, which includes your 401k, real estate investing, and entrepreneurism. So unless you don't care about the future you should actively participate in your future and sustaining yourself as an elderly person. Once you become an elderly person, you can't work no more. You can't go find a new job. And, we get in these situations where we are beholden to an employer. You say the wrong words, you're out of there, and your life changes right away. And this is just a terrible thing, so that's where entrepreneurism and real estate investing come into play. And the real estate investing I'm going to give more emphasis on, because the purpose that I'm mentioning real estate investing for is for you to invest in income generating property. Because if you do that consistently, let's say you have 10 years to retire. So right now the retirement age is 67. So if you're 57 and you haven't, your 401k is nothing, like 10,000, no thousand, or whatever thousand, right? 100,000, 200,000, any of those numbers are not enough, just so you understand. So if you have a shortage like that, then for 10 years, you need to buy an investment property per year so that you can have income generating, assets that generate income for you, money that put money into your account because you're going to have bills after you have no job. So you need a source that will provide income to you. And, the first thing you're going to say in your mind to yourself is, yeah, that sounds great, but I don't have no money. I don't have no down payment money. Building up a stock market portfolio. Yeah, that sounds great. I don't have one right now because I don't have no money. Becoming an entrepreneur. Yeah, that sounds great, but I don't have no business idea and I don't have no startup capital. Well, there's a solution to each one of that opposition that you are coming up with right now. I'm not going to go into each one of them right now. Hey, contact me. That's what I'm in business to do. I can help create you an investment portfolio, and through wealth management, even though you don't have no wealth. So at our firm, there are no investment minimums. The important thing is to get started. And then real estate investing is most effective with OPM, other people's money. There are ways, there are strategies. I have an investment program, 40 units in a mule, that is specifically geared towards helping individuals create an investment portfolio. You get a personal financial plan and the tools that allow you to have your own real estate investment company, or just as an individual, become a real estate investor. Using the multitude of methods that exist, but you need the tools to be able to implement the strategies and the methods. And just quickly, there is really only 4 ways to invest in real estate. That is your residence, where you live, right? You can buy a house, live in it, and then if you have a shortage at retirement, then hopefully you have enough equity in there and you can do a reverse mortgage and live off the house. And then, hopefully, you die before the money runs out, the house, value runs out. The other methods are wholesaling. You don't need any money, you need ingenuity with that. The buy and hold strategy, again, can be done with OPM. And the fix and flip strategy as well. All of those, it doesn't necessarily require you to have a boatload of money. Things can be done. I'm going to stop it there, but those are the thoughts that come to mind when I read this quote. You are still striving for money. What do you want it for? If you need a personal financial plan, I am here to help you. Doesn't matter where you are. I have a financial planning online portal, so we work together over the internet. I can open an investment account for you and build you a customized investment portfolio. Doesn't matter where you are. It's online. We can work over the internet. I have financial literacy courses that will enlighten you, educate you, inform you on the tools, the methods, the strategies, the techniques that are required to build a stock market investment portfolio. And whatever else, if entrepreneurship is in the cards for you, if that's something that you want to engage in, I can help you with that as well. I have coaching and consultation packages for you. It doesn't matter what industry you are. There are business fundamentals that it doesn't matter what you're in, and you'll be surprised. I can help you brainstorm. Doesn't matter what industry or business venture you're in. I believe I can help you out. So if you're interested, reach out to me. My email is twhite@Hoodoo Financial. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for listening. Holler.